Hello and welcome to this video presentation from the One Stop Sat Shop and buymystuff.co.uk. Today we're going to be looking at a range of universal RF cables. This cable here is an example of one that we have for sale. It's a black 20 metre universal RF cable. It's a 20 metre length of satellite grade coaxial cable. It's standard 75 ohm coax, which is industry standard, used for all TV and satellite applications. It's rated to the frequencies that are required for use by satellite services. All the installers use this particular brand of cable. This particular one's branded Contract. It's a very high quality satellite grade cable. The cables come supplied in different lengths. We also have different colours. Our lengths start from around about 1 metre up to about 30 metres, and you can order in black, white or brown. The reason we call it a universal RF cable is because the cable comes terminated with F connectors. Now what normally happens with modern installations, as all the installers do, is every time a coaxial cable is terminated, it's terminated in an F connector, and then an adapter is fitted to change the functionality of the cable. Our cables come pre-fitted with these Vision high quality crimp-on connectors. You will notice when you do get the cable that the connectors are of very high quality. They're crimped on with a nice easy to turn thread, nice easy to turn nut at the end, and they won't come off. They're very solidly fitted. Extremely high quality connectors. A high quality termination reduces any potential losses, and fitting a cable like this, you know that you're not going to have any problems in fitting your coaxial connectors. It's a common problem when people want to extend aerial and satellite connections, is they don't know how to fit coaxial cables connectors properly, and can end up subsequently with a failed installation or a poor picture quality, or in worst cases even a short circuit in the supply cable for use with satellite. So that's the cable. What we supply you with is a range of little adapters. We give 2 male coaxial adapters, 1 female coaxial adapter, and an F-type barrel or coupler. Now you can see that each of the connectors has a different end on it. 2 male coaxial, female coaxial, and the coupler. And it's as simple as just taking the appropriate adapter and screwing it onto the end of the cable. With the adapters here, you have different permutations. You can have a male to male coaxial cable. You can have a male to female coaxial cable, or you can have a male to male F cable, that's without putting any adapters on, or a male to female F cable, which can be used for extending a feed to a satellite receiver or a Virgin Media box, for example, or any other satellite type box. So in order to use the cable, what you do is you decide what particular type of cable you want. So say for example you want a male to male coax, you just simply take one of the male adapters, connect it onto the end of the cable by screwing it on, holding the nut firmly, take the other male adapter, screw it on, and there we go. We have a male to male coaxial cable. If you want male to female, you just do exactly as I've just completed there, except using the female adapter, and that then gives you a male to female cable. That would be useful for extending an aerial connection, say if you want to move your television from one point in a room to another. If you want to extend your satellite cable, then you just not use any of the coaxial adapters and just simply fit the F coupler or barrel. Now we have a male to female F cable, and I said that will allow you to move your satellite receiver or a cable TV box such as the Virgin Media box from one location to another. If you have a a Sky Plus or a Sky XD box, you will need two of these cables if you want to move it, because these devices have two tuner inputs. So that's a basic overview of our cable. The only thing to mention, is that we do also give some cable clips as well. Depending on the length of cable you ask for, will determine the number of clips. So these are the correct 7mm coaxial cable clips, which will hold your cable firmly in place. They're fitted with masonry nails, so you can clip these cables outside if you want to. For example, you may want to use this cable to connect your satellite dish to your satellite receiver. That's another use, and that would normally require you to run the cable externally. These cable clips should be fine for going into brickwork. If you are using it to connect a satellite receiver to your satellite dish, you actually don't need to use any of the adapters, because that's just male to male F cable that's required. So that's a black 20m. We also have the cables available in white. So I'm not going to show you the same procedure again. The procedure is exactly the same for the white cable. Fitted with two high quality Vision crimp F connectors. Simply fit the adapters as required. Male adapter, female coax adapter, another male adapter, and an F coupler. All the possible permutations you would require for general satellite and aerial connections. There are also a number of other possibilities if you do want to terminate in something different. As I said, it's quite normal now to terminate all cables in an F connector, because these connectors are easy to fit. If you want to use a cable for another application, say CCTV, you can actually get a Bnc adapter. We have them available to purchase. You just simply screw the Bnc adapter onto the end, and there you have a very secure Bnc connection. The cable, being 75 ohm coax, is suitable for really all audio and video applications if you want to. Perfect for CCTV use. Plenty of conductive material, copper, etc. in the cable, so there'll be very little loss if you're using these cables for CCTV use. You can also fit a hooked F connector onto the end, again available for purchase in our shop. That allows you to have a low profile mount into a satellite receiver, or even a satellite equipped television. If, for example, you have a satellite equipped television mounted to the wall, you may want a right angled entry for your satellite connection. That's one thing, one adapter. And the other one that we do have available is the F quick adapter. It's similar to an F connector, except it's intended to allow you to fit an F connector without screwing anything on. I can show you with this quad LMB. It's often used in cases where you want a quick connection, say if you're using satellite alignment meter, or if you want to switch the inputs on your receiver quickly. Say for example you have two dishes and you don't have a dissect switch or anything, you just want to pull the connectors in and out as required. Rather than have to unscrew them, you can just use this connector and it just pushes on. So it just pushes on to an F connector. Not perhaps ideal for an outside application like this, but this is just to show you what it's capable of. So you can just pull the F connector on and off as required, giving a fairly secure fit. You can also have an adapter for phono or RCA. I don't have one to hand, but that would allow you to make up long length audio cables. For example, if you wanted to feed the audio from a satellite receiver to an amplifier and there was a very long distance between them, you could use a cable like this with phono adapters on the end. So as you can see, a truly universal cable, many applications by using the different types of adapter that we supply, and also the extra ones that you can purchase in our shop. So I hope this is explained very clearly what you can do with our universal RF cables. Thank you for watching this video presentation from the One Stop Sat Shop and buymystuff.co.uk. Thank you.